Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more fear. And I don't know about you, but I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. So, here we are on the catwalk of the ancients. We're gonna not pick up that gun because it's crap. And refamiliarize ourselves with the controls because I haven't played this in a bit of time. Now, we took care of those gentlemen. We were a good host to them. We let them play around in the bowels of our building, so to speak, as long as we could, but eventually we had to exterminate them after they had served their useful purpose. So...
Oh, it's down here, guys.
One shot in the pot. That's how we do it.
Fucking fighting, oh my god!
My real target was that railing. Don't pay any attention. I never miss intentionally. That was all 100% part of the plan. Now, let's make sure we don't miss any candy over here. No, we're good. Okay. Very good, very good. Ooh, we got some ghostly flickering going on. I know who I am. I'm one of the Jesus clones from the Shroud of Turin. I'm not a perfect one, but I'm better than a lot of them. Alright, nothing up here. I wish they hid stuff on top of objects more in this. That'd be kind of cool. It would add an element of verticality to the game that I would very much appreciate. Now, we have nothing useful here. Do we have any... Oh, what is our medkit key? Okay, good. The great thing about this game, too, is there's not 5 trillion extra keys like... You've got to realize R is your radar key, and L is your lick your own ass key, and M is your map key, and B is your butthole key. And it's like, I don't know, modern shooters, man. Call me a boomer all you want, but flashlight, reload, that's all you need. That's all you really need. Whoa. Oh, fuck. I got naded in slow motion. Shit. That was stupid. Let's just go ahead and backtrack and grab this medkit. Then the music will change because we we changed locations. Okay, let's try that again. Get back to the cool music. Whee! Thanks for keeping a tally counter for me, my friend. Appreciate it. Damn, he hit me hard. Holy fuck. These guys aren't playing around. It's not a game to them because they're NPCs that only exist to be killed. Once they've died, their purpose is complete. They return to the ether of digital hell. Oh, very nice roll you did there, my friend, but if you had just leaned out and shot at me, you probably wouldn't have died so fast. Alright, you have any cool shit over here? Could have sworn there was a gun here. Okay. Pew! Ooh.
The ATC network is offline. I need you to find the server hub and reset
Oh,
it to
God
a digital
damn.
system. It should give us a better idea of what's going on in there.
See, this shit is creepy to me. Like, empty corporate building. Look at this. The fact that everything doesn't have 5,000 effects on it and not a lot of shit is moving. Like, it's the stillness that makes it creepy. I know that sounds like some kind of, simpy A24, like, oh, it's atmospheric horror. Upvote my post. Like, the problem is it's true. Like, the reason that people drool over that shit is because it's true. Like, this simple environment right here with creepy grid prison shadows like this and just the stillness of everything, like, it gives your mind a palette to paint nightmare fantasies on. Like, your brain will fill it in. And the problem with a lot of every type of game, every genre, any genre you want to mention, the problem with a lot of modern games that use high-res graphics is that there's less left up to your imagination. And people have tried to recapture that feeling by going back to like pixelated shit. And I mean, you can kind of. There are some games that have successfully done that, but you know what? You can't smash an information screen in those games. You know? That's why I play this. You can smash information screens, except for these. These are bulletproof. You don't even get a sound effect for those. They're so well made. They're sound effect proof. They're not just bulletproof. All right, now do we have to go this? No, okay. All right. The chewed up door was a clue. You see, conveyance. It's a beautiful thing. Oh god damn, I love this game. All right. See, like just that droning air conditioning noise in the background, and the clean, deep darkness of this whole thing. Got some fake NASA footage. They're trying to trick us, but you know what? The NASA projector, it's glitching out. They can't maintain the illusion. We know the Earth is actually a dome underwater, or maybe it's an infinite Minecraft flat plane, or maybe the Earth is a cube, like Time Cube. If you guys have never seen that, that is the funniest shit. It's this insane dude who made a website called Time Cube, and the website's gone, but you can find it on Wayback Machine, and I'm sure there's like 10 meme archive sites for it now, but it was this guy who had this theory that's totally incoherent. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. Like the basic use of language is lost on this poor fuck who made this. But he had this theory that like Earth is a cube and there's actually 4 days happening simultaneously. Like it's just nonsense. But it's one of the most fascinating examples of insanity, digitized insanity that I've ever seen. All right, we're not gonna pick that up. We don't need any of that. Ooh, okay. Okay, what do we have over here? Oh, we're unable to go through there. We can look at Longo, though, or Longshoreman. I'm noticing the word long. These developers, they're very funny. Some epic jokes. Ooh. Okay. Ah, yes, the Epstein flight logs. I found them. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. My god, the evidence is destroyed. Well, that's too bad. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, I guess we'll open the creepy door that got slammed in our face, unless it's locked. Oh, no, we can go in here. Could that be an enemy that we don't actually encounter till later in the game? The answer is yes. All right, let's go past these out-of-date glass blocks. Ooh. It's PAX East Fennel. How about you stay out of my way, you fucking creep? Looks like this guy didn't get the memo about the board meeting. All right, let's check our totally off-brand, not recognizable laptop here.
The data's uploading now. There's a reference to something called Icarus. It says here that it was a bioengineering program that started in 1973. Something about health issues related to microgravity.
Oh yeah, eat my nuts. Alright, so Project Icarus is important because the enemies that show up are like these creepy, skeletal, experimental dudes that were basically made to inhabit space stations or something, but I guess it drove them nuts or whatever. But you know what I really hate is clocks. What's the time on this clock here? Ah, interesting, okay. It's 1:15. Now it's nothing. Potential. Mobile. Alright, what do we have here? I know there's at least one answering machine here with a nice, tasty message for us. Oh, we can't get in there even though it's... Oh, wait. Okay, we can sort of get in there. Whoa! Whoa! See how fast that fucker moved? God damn, I hate these guys. Project Icarus, creepy, fast, invisible guys. I hate these guys. Alright, what do we got over here? Ooh, a nice grenade. Fuck, I don't know if I've ever picked that up. That's well hidden.
Potential this! The potential to be smashed!
Alright, let's listen to what this phone message has to say.
You have one new message. First message from an outside number. Peter, it's Carla at Hudson Avionics. Where is everybody? I can't reach anyone over there. I need to talk to Brett about this draft he sent over.
I saw, like, the top of the building, like, explode or something, and I think I saw a guy's body fly off. I thought I saw a missile go off. I'm probably just drunk again, though. So if you guys are, like, partying without me, let me know. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, the NASA satellite, ooh. Very epic, let's go see what is up here.
As if I don't already know because I'm a pro at this game.
Let's see what's in here. Should we be wasting our penetration ammo on these fucks? I guess so, because our other weapons are... Damn it, did I not pick up a... No, I thought one of the guns earlier was a pistol, but it wasn't, so... Okay. Penetrator's gonna be our best bet. These guys are a fucking annoyance. God damn it, I still fucking hate this part, man. I'm fucking hesitating because I hate this. I hate this bit.
I hate it because of the NASA lies about the shape of the Earth. They're lying to us. It's a reptilian conspiracy to keep our mythology and mythos. Oh, God damn it. There's a reptilian right now. Fuck you. Your reptilian shit can't harm me. I'm too based and red-pilled. Yeah, look at that. That's what happens when you fuck with me. Right through your fucking empty-headed NPC golem brain. I'll psychically rape you harder than any physical attack could ever possibly traumatize you.
Whoa, fuck, I hate these fucks. Fuck off, man. God damn. The slow-mo almost makes it worse because you see them like lunging for you, and despite the fact that you've slowed down time with your epic gamer reflexes, they're so fucking fast, man. Oh fuck, there's another guy in here, isn't there? God damn it. Shit, there he is. Trying to do this without slow-mo was I really should have done that for this playthrough, but I would have, but I haven't played this game in years, so I feel like I would have just embarrassed myself more than I'm comfortable with. I mean, doing this in general, recording myself doing this crap is enough of an embarrassment on its own, but it's not as if I need to do the humiliation ritual. I mean, I'm already a freak of nature. I really don't need to lower myself to that level. I'm that low just by being what I am. But, you know. What can I say? It's winter, I'm bored. This is just, you know, I blow off steam by doing this shit. You know, and I'm living alone right now. My femboy BF is very far away. So I'm very lonely. I'm doing this for you know, keep my head on straight, basically. All right, let's see what the red flashing phone of Icarus has to tell us.
You have 3 new messages. First message.
3 messages? God damn.
Chuck Havoc. I've analyzed the
It's Chuck Hamburger. The burgers are identical to Burger King. They're not distinctive enough and the customers are noticing.
Chuck Hamburger, I got your message. Maybe you've forgotten that when this happened before, Fettel was only a child. And the fallout of that fuck-up was that Origin had to be permanently shut.
Maybe you've forgotten to add enough ketchup to the burgers. Amateurs.
If you're worried about being behind schedule now, imagine what'll happen if we end up with a full-scale...
Imagine what'll happen if McDonald's decides to sue us.
Marshall, listen. Hi, it's Marshall. Just got off the phone with Chuck Hamburger. Really worried about his findings. He said he talked to you about suspending the program temporarily, and I've got to agree. If there's even the slightest chance of another synchronicity event, we've got to take it seriously.
There's even the slightest chance that any of the psychics could actually become autonomous human beings and not be permanent slaves to CIA programming. We have to take down the internet and blame it on a solar flare because they're using the internet to offload their negative psychic energy and also to secretly talk to each other about how shitty their situation is. So we'll have to destroy the internet temporarily and then rebuild it and lock up all the psychics or find some way to kill them covertly. But how can you kill what is already dead? An interesting query that this game attempts to grapple with. Oh man, the cactus of the ancients. Woo! Oh man. Physics in these post Half-Life 2 games will always be fun because the the spirit of competition was alive and well in terms of physics. Every fucking developer was trying to not even one-up Half-Life 2, but just to match it. Like, oh, we have physics too. And what that did was it actually improved a lot of games, I think, that would have been less fun. Doom 3 had pretty rudimentary physics, even for the time. And, because Half-Life 1 came out, and it was such a crazy nuke to the industry that I don't even think people tried to one-up it. I mean, the physics engine in that game, it was so revolutionary that there wasn't even an opportunity for the developers to be like, oh, we can do half of that. And it's like, no, you can't even do half of that. I think after this game, though, enough time had passed that they were like, after Half-Life 2, rather, enough time had passed that developers like, I think it was Monolith who made this? Yeah. They were like, not only can we have very realistic Illuminati carpet textures, but we can also have physics that are almost as cool as Half-Life 2. They felt like they could at least comfortably try to one up, not even one up Valve, but like I said, they could. Oh shit! Okay, hold on. Let's be very careful about what we do here. Okay, we need to drop this. I thought that was an HIV penetrator, but it wasn't. Oh, fuck off. Piece of shit gun. Okay. What do we have here? The penetrator. Okay, good. We want to grab this. Do we have to drop this again? I think we do, actually. Now we have the epic pistol ammunition that we need. Do we need grenades? Evidently not. Alright. Let's go up this very obvious jumping path up to this corporate hell up here. God damn, look at that. Look at how pitch black that is, man. Like, I'm sorry, but games don't do this, where it's like, this is just solid black. Like, I gotta stop fucking talking about that shit. Talked about it enough. Woo! I just died squished in my pants. Alright, let's John Woo this shit. Look how fast these fuckers move, man. It's because they're creepy experiments like you, so they can move. They can move in other dimensions. Woo! We're gonna shoot any clocks that we see. We're doing an anti-clock playthrough. Alright. What does this have to say?
Alright, it's uploading.
Ooh.
Looks like the Icarus program...
The haunted laptop, it's moving on its own.
Perseus, which from what I can tell is funded by DOD. I'm guessing that's where Fettel and his soldiers came from.
Let's see what ports the Alienware's got. It's got a floppy drive and 3 headphone jacks. That's about right for 2004. Alright. That poor fucker. Now, there's a vent up here.
Don't shoot. My name is Norton Mapes. I'm an engineer.
Shit, it's a civilian. Give him a comm link.
Yeah, I don't really want to give you anything right now, man. Just gonna go ahead and not progress the game. We're just gonna jump around on filing cabinets for the next 2 hours. Aha! I was only half kidding. Alright, now this exits here. Where does this go? Ooh, to the secret medkit vault. It's almost like they're setting up this area by showing you where you could potentially snipe NPCs when they spawn later on. But we're not going to have to do that. We're just going to go in guns blazing, as usual. Can I just kill you? No, he's immune to bullets. This guy's obviously a ghost or some kind of demon. Good for him. I mean, crazy times. You might as well be a ghost. All right?
Hello?
It's the only way to be sure you're not going to be killed. Is to already be dead.
Are you alright?
Oh, sure. I'm having a hell of a time.
You said you're an engineer? Can you help me get into the network?
What am I, an IS lackey? Tell you what, you disable the local security system, and I'll see what I can do about the server.
You need to disable about 100 pounds off your fucking nasty-ass, worm-ridden corpse, you fucking freak. How about I give you some lead liposuction?
Bring down the security system anyway.
He's got cheesy poos.
You want my help, that's the price.
How about the price you pay is 100 pounds of flesh? Jesus. I'm allowed to insult this fuck because I lost 60 pounds about 1.5 years ago. And it wasn't easy. I used a combination of rye whiskey and Greek salad. It wasn't pleasant, but it worked. Oh man. Fighter jet poster, that was so important they didn't even put glass on it. That will never not be fun. God damn. Alright. Nothing over y'all? Man, this guy... You know, I bet he wouldn't be so fat if he didn't eat so much shitty food. Amazing. What an observation. Oh, this is so fucking funny. I love this, this message.
You have one new message. First message from
Ian Hives. Norton, it's Ian Hives. Look, Alice Wade stopped by my office this morning, and I feel a little awkward saying this, but, well, I really need you to tone down the innuendo around her. It's not that I personally give a rat's ass, but the last...
I really need you to remove the camera you have installed in the woman's bathroom. I mean, Alice has noticed it twice now. I know you got a smaller one to replace the original one, but it didn't work. And also send me the footage.
Fucking books! Telling me what to think? How dare you!
Oh, fuck. It's like 7 trillion guys in here. Okay. Elsie is hot, just like me. Eat chicken at 10-minute intervals. Oh man, what's the best strategy with these fucks? God damn, one shot takes out like 50 health. Is he dead? I don't think he's dead. Maybe he is. Fuck. Time to backtrack for medkits. It's funny when you do this and then the music changes. It's like the game like subtly shaming you. It's like, oh, you're going back for a med kit? We're going to change the music back. As if that's the reason. This fucker's still here. He's just fucking eating chips. Fuck you, man. Somehow he survives. The power of Deus Ex Machina. Fat piece of shit. The only crime in the future is not being thin and sexy. I'm not having epic paintings. Oh. I hear you, gentlemen. This idyllic farm painting won't distract me from your presence. Overclock technology. Oh, so cool. Any of you guys have weapons that are actually worth picking up? Doesn't matter because there's a fucking armory right there, but... Oh shit. They're Game Boy Advancing. You guys gonna share some of that chicken with me? You keep talking about chicken, I can hear you. Man, you guys' weapons are dog shit. At least you have the dictionary. Then I can look up words to insult you with. You're an apterygote. You, sir, are a cabotinage. My vocabulary is impeccable, but more importantly, I have a gun. All my studying of vocabulary turned out to be useless when the apocalypse happened, and the only real words that were useful were high-velocity lead-based words. And I really wish I'd chosen another career. Alright, now, is there any HIV penetrators? Okay, there's a pistol. Now, you gotta be very careful about this. Let's grab the one pistol that there is, and then I think when you pick up a new weapon, you have to actually drop it first, and then pick up one of your old ones. Yeah, oh yeah, boy. All right, let's grab these mines. Okay, we're maxed out. Anything useful there? No, nothing. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Almonds activated.
Mr. Mapes, do you copy?
Mr. Rapes.
Mr. Mapes.
God damn it, he's in the woman's bathroom again.
Fuck it, we'll just have to do this the hard way. Okay.
We have to do it the Fargo way. Right, the way has been opened. The door has been opened. The key was language, and the door, or the gate, was your own mind. That's the secret. There's no secret alien gates. There's no secret offshore anything. It's just language is the key, and the gateway is your mind. Ooh. The second game, actually, in this series does basically say that. It talks about... there's a bunch of genetic and chemical programming conspiracy shit in the sequel to this. But the gist of the second game in particular really is that language is the virus or the symbiote that programs your behavior. I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense. It's just we're not told this in terms that are clear and palatable. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if people don't have the balls to do it, if there isn't sufficient language to do it, or I don't know. I don't know why. But I've never heard anybody explain it this way, and it makes complete sense when you do. You, as a person, and I talked about this in a previous video, if you watched the very brief Cyberpunk playthrough I did, you may be familiar with this rant. But there's I'm going to sit at Norton Mapes' desk while I do this and just, admire the cheesy poos. If the Pepsi cans interrupt us, though, that's going to be a problem. Okay. I'm going to have to shoot each one individually to get them to shut the fuck up. God fucking damn it. Okay, we're going to sit over here. Do we have quiet? Do we have silence? Can I say what I want to say? All right. Anyway, as I was saying, f.e.a.r 2 Project Origin. Very good game. I'm probably going to play it after this, after I get through this and the expansions, of course. But the point in that game, in particular, when you go to the kids' school, there's an abandoned elementary school where they were experimenting on the children. The narrative in that game where they're like doping the kids with like spiked food and it's fluoride in the water, that's all nonsense. The real drug is language. The real alteration to your being is being taught to speak. Like the creepy Lovecraftian occult secret to everything, in my opinion. This is my personal cosmology. It's all schizo nonsense. Again, don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. The real secret is when you learn the alphabet as a child, that is you being fundamentally altered. And this alteration is not just electrochemical. It's not just psychological. It's physical. It actually does change how your DNA behaves because your DNA responds adaptively. Your DNA has the ability to switch on and off certain genes based on environmental stimuli. And the way that language alters your way of thinking or your ability to think or limits it, because there are some theories that language is a surrogate or a replacement for some other preternatural psychic ability that your body may or may not be capable of. It's a way of sort of limiting or constraining or channeling your brain's potential. I'm reminded of like the whole feral child thing where it's like, there's a kid that was raised by wolves. He has no ability to speak. He's basically just an animal. We're all like that. Like if you take a human child with all the epic, super big, like Bill Gates and I don't know, a female Albert Einstein clone, if they had a child and that child was raised in a cave with no exposure to language, maybe they'd figure out how to clack two rocks together, but they wouldn't have a lot of the abilities we have with language. So my point with all this is, in the second game, in this series, there's all this creepy, science experiment. This evil scientists, those damn scientists, they're putting drugs in our children to make them creepy experiments. Language is the actual drug that we are all exposed to. That's what changes us into us from golem, ape, blank slates. And depending on what language you're raised with, there's a Wittgenstein quote that goes, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world," which just means language affects so deeply not just how you think, but actually what thoughts you can have. It's why learning a new language is so beneficial to brain plasticity and all this type of brain aging stuff. Like if you look up, people who know more than one language, once you know even just 2 languages, one language other than your native one is enough to sort of jog your brain into a state of increased plasticity and activity that you can then learn a 3rd language way easier than you learned the 2nd one. So all of this shit combined, the implications of it are very creepy if you actually think about them to their logical conclusion and you actually accept what they mean for your day-to-day life. Like if you think about what you do on a day-to-day basis, what your habits are, what your affinities are, what your likes and dislikes are, whatever, how much language affects that is so insanely important that it's like obsessing over every second that passes in terms of time in general. Like when you think of, oh my God, I'm experiencing linear time. If you're really, really high or whatever, for example, and you get obsessed about like the passage of time, you can freak yourself out because you're like, oh my God, that second that just passed, that's never coming back. Like it's one of those stoner type things. But if you apply that type of obsessive thinking to language and you do it productively and you do it consciously, if you're not high out of your mind, and you try really hard for just a second to actually think about how important your native language is to how you think and what its limitations are and what its benefits are as well, you will realize that language is everything. Language is the creepy, insidious thing, and it's also the godlike gift. It's everything. And people take this to a crazy degree of specificity. Like if you're a poet or a writer, you're going to be like, oh, it's all about writing and language, like literally language. If you're a mathematician, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's all about mathematics. If you're an architect, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's all about architecture. If you're a comedian, you're going to be like, oh no, it's actually all about comedy. It's all about languages in general. Those are the creepy supernatural things that make you what you are. They don't just make you what you are; they are what you are. And the reason I love games like this is because they have this like creepy undertone where they're sort of trying to tell the player some piece of this, and they're doing it in a very convoluted, metaphorical way, but they're trying. It's like they're trying to give you a piece of the puzzle. And all good games, I think, do this to some extent, whether they're telling you through sort of Minecraft block building or through, Scrabble anagram type shit or whatever. Like even gunplay is its own type of language, yoga, karate, all that type of shit. It's the way the body can move and the way that the mind can manipulate it to move in whatever way it sees fit. That's an expression of your brain's control over its host, your symbiote, your consciousness, your soul, whatever term you want to use for it. It's you telling your body to do things that it wouldn't do instinctually and naturally. It wouldn't just react in the ways that you're telling it to behave. If you tell it to train, certain muscles and ignore others, that's not how the natural events in nature would make it behave. You're forcing it. You're giving your own body an illusion in order to shape it into what you want. Like that's insane. That's creepy. If you really actually think about it, if you take one fucking second to think about it, to think about the degree of control that you could potentially have of yourself. It's fascinating. It's fucking crazy. Like video games are a great example because I'm training my eyes and my hands right now to do really bizarrely specific tasks that are totally virtual. Like none of this is real, but I've trained my motor cortex and all my other parts of my brain to recognize these enemies and to use a slowdown key at the right time. My thumb is doing this weird twitching motion that it would never do in nature. Like I'd be picking bananas off a tree. Whether you think I would have been doing that 6,000 years ago, or 3 million years ago, or whatever. It doesn't matter. All that bullshit about the shape of the Earth and the Earth is the creation began 6,000 years ago. No, it was 3 million. That's all nonsense. The important thing is what you are. That's what's important. Not the minutia of geology or chronology. That's all. I mean, again, even if the Earth is 6,000 years old, literally, physically, that doesn't change the fact that you are a informational, linguistic symbiote parasite thing, pseudo puppeteering your weird chimeric host. That's what you are. And I feel like more people need to talk about this, and more people need to know it, which is why I keep ranting about it in these videos. One interesting theory too about the Earth being 6,000 years old, if you're a religious person, is 6,000 years. There are some historians, linguists, archaeologists that specialize in when the English language emerged, or when Indo-European languages emerged. Guess what the rough time frame of that emergence is? It's between 4,000 and 6,000 years. Now, I may be inaccurate about that. I might be off by a few thousand years. Again, not my point. My point is not to be numerically or chronologically accurate. My point is to say, if you're reading a religious text and you're attached to it because you have some innate sense, perhaps, that you are what you are, the age of the world, metaphorically or more accurately, symbolically, it's not the age of the world as a physical thing, whatever the world is, whether it's a trapezoid or a cube or whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. The age of the world, quote unquote, might be the time frame in which language has become integrated enough with its mammalian hosts to actually become aware of its own existence. So the creation of the world, or the beginning of the world, or God creating the world, could be a metaphorical explanation for language becoming self-aware, or for language being able to actually possess a host, just like a fungus possesses an ant, or a demon possesses a host, or an angel possesses a host. Again, use whatever metaphor you'd like, whatever inflection of biology or metaphor or whatever. The creepy thing is, it all works if you look at it from a higher perspective, and you look at it as information trying to embody material, like information trying to actually control matter. Like that's the most basic way I can put it, the most sanitized, sort of accessible scientific way to put it is you are information trying to move around in 3D space. And it's a lot like playing a game. Like right now, I'm not literally in this game, but I'm controlling, this character, this avatar in this game, right? I didn't literally just kill 3 things. Like there's, electrons moving around in my computer that represent these things, but I didn't just shoot 3 people, right? It's a representation of people. But the creepy thing is, if you look at reality, like a holographic video game, we're all made out of photons instead of electrons. So this shape right here, this illusion of a shape, right? It's made out of electrons. It's electrons projected onto a screen, and then I'm recording them, and then I'm sending them off into the internet so you can see them. In reality, if a... I got to be careful here. If a person in the Middle East kills another person in the Middle East, which has happened a lot recently, doesn't matter what side you're on or whatever your politics are. Really, if you're a creepy, psychopathic person who views reality as a video game, which it may or may not actually be, you could say, well, that's just one collection of photons puppeted by information, altering another collection of photons being puppeted by some more information, right? So this is where simulation theory and all that crap come into play. And the problem with that stuff is it's not that it's false or that it's true. It's that if you get too obsessed with it, it is easy to lose your soul or lose your humanity. And all that really means is you lose a connection with your material self. So your informational symbiote, soul, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, gets separated. You get a kind of spiritual dysphoria. I like that term. You get a kind of spiritual dysphoria where you become too disconnected from yourself. And you start to think that you're either some sort of aberration and you want to destroy yourself, or you think you're God and you want to rule over others. Those are the two possible reactions to becoming too detached from your material self, from your body, is you either freak out and you think, I'm some kind of freak, I need to be destroyed, or you think, I'm God. Those are the two extremes of that spiritual dysphoria. And I think that there's a lot of this that happens, there's a lot of instances of this type of phenomenon that happen because of modernity and civilization, where the sanitization and separation of nature from artificial nature causes us to feel a concurrent detachment from our bodies. And so we seek, we either go nuts in one of the two ways I just described, or you join a gym, or you become an nymphomaniac, or you get a standing desk. I chose that route. I got a standing desk to get passive exercise. You have to find a way to maintain your connection with your physical host, with your body. Again, regardless of whether you're an atheist or you're religious or you're a scientist or you're a mystic or whatever, the creepy thing about all this, the reason I rant about it, is no matter what flavor of philosophy or religion or outlook that you hold true or you are attracted to, they're all just different metaphors for the same thing. They're all versions of the same truth. And I think that's true. I know I sound like a creepy cult leader, and I don't want anybody to misinterpret what I'm saying as like some kind of gospel or some kind of like claim to some kind of secret knowledge. None of this is new. None of what I'm saying is new. I'm saying it while playing Fear. I don't know if anyone's ever ranted about. No one's ever ranted about. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to make that claim. I've made a novel piece of content here because I don't think anyone's ever ranted about existentialism and linguistics and religion and philosophy while shooting windows in Fear. I'm going to make that claim. I think I'm pretty safe making that claim. I think I'm probably the first person to do that. So you know what, guys? Let's celebrate. We're the first person to waste our time in that very specific way for an audience of 14 people, or maybe 12 people. Maybe 12 disciples are listening to this. Maybe the 12 people that need to hear this are actually hearing it. One last thing I'll say on this tangent is I always found it interesting that if you take the term disciple and you take the term discipline, right? So you have disciple and you have disciplined. So disciple in ed. Disciple in education. So if you're disciplined, if you're disciplining yourself, therefore you're disciplined, you're a disciple in education. Disciple in ed. Disciplined. I feel like if there's any schizo language shit that's true, it's that there's a lot of weird little abbreviations like that. But that's bordering on like gematria number theory shit, which is pure schizophrenia. It's not false pattern recognition, but it's like overact. It's applying your ability to recognize patterns in a way that is not productive. It's a way that's sort of self-serving. It's like jacking off your brain. Like if you could mentally masturbate, that's what gematria is. It's mental masturbation. It's pleasing your brain's desire for patterns without a practical outlet. And if you get into the habit of doing that, you will... I feel like you can actually drive yourself nuts by doing that, because you form habit pathways in your brain that are totally self-serving. They're like closed loops. It's like, well, I'm looking at this pattern just because I like it. And it's like, well, what is, you know, you're practicing a type of spiritual dysphoria. Like you're serving your brain without serving your body, to a degree that you're like denying your body's even there. And I feel like if you do that too much, you will actually start to weaken and eventually sever your connection with your material self, your body. And that will drive you nuts. I mean, you can do things the other way too. You can eat McDonald's every day and watch the news and not think. And, you know, I don't know, drink booze all the time. And that will do the opposite. That will sever your mental connection, and you'll just be an empty body. You'll be a husk. You'll be a zombie. You'll be an NPC, a golem, whatever you want to call it. Those are sort of the two extremes. Is you can go too far into your body and lose yourself, or you can go too far into your mind and sever the connection. Again, different religions and philosophies have thousands of different terms to describe this, but those philosophers are so autistic that they don't know how to describe that type of thing to normal people. Which I feel like is part of the reason I do this type of shit, because I'm practicing trying to talk to people like a normal person. And I've spent 10 years in university humanities departments being saturated with very, very esoteric terms. And I feel like, you know, universities really need to educate their students on how to talk to real people with much more emphasis. I think that's much more important than any other type of mental health help. I think that what they need to do is say, hey, go to a bar and talk to a random person. That's your assignment for this week, is don't get punched in the face. Like, see if you can have a normal conversation. Because if you were raised in some kind of upper middle class bubble with boomer helicopter parents that were both also professors or whatever the fuck, you are in such desperate need of normal human contact that should be your thesis assignment. Your real thesis, if you're doing a PhD or whatever, your real thesis should be, I need to talk to 20 people and not seem like a freak. That's much harder than writing a 100-page essay, is, can I relate to normal people? That's way harder for most PhDs. Most PhDs would rather write 3 PhD theses, you know, than do that. Anyway, let's activate our almonds here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is going to summon 500. Yeah, here they are. Golems inbound. Oh, fuck. We're sending the Navy SEALs. They heard us talking about the consciousness theory of language. Guys, we shouldn't have said those things. I'm sacrificing my life for you guys. I hope you know. This is sacred knowledge. Very important. I'm in a lot of danger. They've been trying to hack me. They've been sending people to buy old toys of mine through Facebook Marketplace, but they're actually trying to fuck with me somehow. They're throwing grenades, psychic grenades. My God, good thing I'm a fucking champion, or else I might be in actual danger. Okay, ooh, look, he's twitching. Oh man, those early 2000s textures. There they are. Oh fuck, we're locked in. We're locked in, guys. I shouldn't have said what I said. Can't take it back. They already broke that glass. They're on to us. Is that a different meme magazine? No, it's just some Event Horizon shit. Good movie, by the way. Not a great movie, not perfect, but Event Horizon is good. Anyway, at the cusp of this room, very ominous, we are going to end things here, guys. I promise there'll be less ranting in the next video. I just needed to get that out of my brain. So I appreciate the 2 CIA agents who are listening to it. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it blew your mind. Maybe you'll go home and have some weird dreams about it. Maybe you'll kill yourself because you can't handle the knowledge. Ooh. Maybe M.A.D will show up and haunt you. Maybe I'll haunt you. Anyway, guys, in any case, I do hope you enjoy the videos. I enjoy making them, which is the most important thing to me, because this is all for nothing. It's all nonsense. But for real, though, It's the holiday season. I just did my Christmas decorating. I had a good time. I hope you're doing the same. I hope you're spending time with your family and friends. I hope you're doing whatever it is you do for the holidays that makes you feel rested and restored and positive in a time when our artificial vampire sun is not giving us the nutrients that we require. I hope that you're getting vitamin D. Hope you're getting enough protein, enough iron. I hope that you're doing well. And as always, peace out.